What's going on, everybody? Saturday, end of the 7th week, and this is the update video for the week. And it's also going to be a working out a motivation talk too, I think. So far with the progress after 7 weeks, dropping weight, a couple pounds down more. Probably gonna have some rice or something with some steak tomorrow night on my off day, just to give me a little bit of glycogen for my muscles to start off the week, nice and strong with some glycogen, really look for that as solid best of a pump I can for at least the first 4 days out of the 6. That seems to be working pretty good. Not necessarily like a carb meal, not like a lot of rice, just like a little bit, probably like between like half a cup to a cup maybe, or something like that. So hey, how you doing? No, not anything to probably even knock me out of the ketosis, but like just right at that threshold of where the macros need to be within parameter, like just under that, just enough, just get some glycogen going. Everything's going good. Still doing the 6-day training. I'm going to keep doing the 6-day in a row training and taking Sunday off all the way up until I'm done with the 12 weeks, and then I'm going to assess at that point if I should keep doing a 12, if I should keep doing the 6-day in a row training, or if I should do a 3-day split. Because eventually I am going to go to a 3-day split, but the whole purpose of the 3-day split is to have extra rest instead of pounding all the muscle groups 3 times a week. You'll still be getting worked out the same amount of times a week, but you do the 3 days and then a day of rest, instead of just pushing through a whole 6 and then resting at the very end of the cycle. And I'm going to do that in hopes of to build a little more lean muscle, give the muscles like a day in between, instead of just going boom 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 day after day after day after day. Because you end up working a lot of the same muscle groups, you know what I'm saying? Like when you work chest, yeah, you're working your chest, you're focusing on your pectoral muscles, and to do it correctly, you should be focusing on as complete of trying to make them squared as possible. You should be working on the upper pectoral, the central pectoral, your lower pectoral. Be doing some flies or some crossovers or something for your outer pectorals to try to get that nice, like rounded kind of on the side, in the separation from like under the armpit there, and as well as doing some exercises and really focusing on really squeezing and pumping as much muscle as possible into the chest by flexing as tight as you can the center of your chest, so you can eventually get that nice deep ridge in the center here, that nice cut in the center in the sternum, and then you got, but like I was saying, I'm getting off the topic real quick here, but I'll be talking about that here. That's part of the workout motivational stuff we're going to talk about. But but when you do a bench press, for instance, you train your chest, other muscles, secondary muscles, are coming into play with that. You're focusing on your pectorals, but also a lot of the front deltoids that come and get involved. Your triceps end up getting involved, and even your like serratus muscle, which is the muscle that runs across the rib cage right here, ties into the outer rectus abdominis muscle, gets involved a bit, and depending on how wide if you're doing like real wide grip bench pressing, your lats are gonna come a little bit into play with it too, and your the rhomboid muscles, which are the muscles that run down the center of your back, right over your spine. That the upper part when you work traps is part of that muscle group. But anyway, all that stuff comes in. So you got all these secondary muscle groups, and then the next day, let's say, because the way I train, I'll do like chest. Mondays I always start with chest. I do chest. I do legs every day, but I do legs with various things. I don't do much of the weights because I've fucked up my knees a few times in the past, so I have to be real careful, like squats and shit. Like I gotta be fucking careful fucking with that shit. I've fucking blown my knees up before. So I do like a lot of like walking. I do like like 8-count bodybuilders and like mountain climbers and shit like that. Like I do shit like that for my legs more than weights really. And I do some of that like almost on like a almost daily basis for a little bit. But anyway, I start Monday with chest and back, and then on Tuesday I do arms and frickin' shoulders, and then Wednesday it's back to chest and back. Thursday back to arms and shoulders. Friday chest. It just goes like that until Saturday and the end of the week, and then Sunday off. So that's my training schedule, how it's been and how it's gonna stay for about the next 5-6 weeks at least. And then I'll start doing that 3-day split thing. But anyway, so like, you work your shoulders and triceps at least some while you're doing all your pressing movements for your chest. So the next day when you do arms and shoulders, you're going to work your arms and shoulders completely, and then you're hitting them again somewhat indirectly a little bit the next day when you're doing your chest and your back. Your biceps come into play when you're doing like your back, especially with your rows. Your bicep muscles are going to come into play with that. So even though you're training a specific thing, there's always a secondary muscle groups involved. So 6 days in a row, you think about like that's just, you're totally tearing and breaking down the muscle. You're going to grow more muscle quicker and more complete and better with that 3-day split instead of the 6 days straight. But the 6 days straight is good because right now I'm doing like a little rest in between, very little rest, and just banging them like sets of like 12, 15, some exercise even 20, 30 reps of that set, and doing this shit with heavy weights, and then doing this fucking 6 days a week, bam, 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 bam. And by like today, I get done working out a little while ago. Fucking, I ain't gonna lie, dude, my whole fucking body is fucking tired, man. It's sore. Every fucking muscle is like, but it's not like sore in like a way where it's like, oh, I fucked myself up. It's a fucking good sore, like, it's like, yeah, dude, this fucking week I fucking kicked my fucking ass. Like, my muscles are gonna fucking grow, like, just a fucking good, like, you fucking completely blasted the shit out of every fucking group that you worked, and that's really what you need to do. You need to just fucking every day, man. Whatever your training schedule is, you really need to just focus. Like, you got to learn to get the mind muscle connection shit, dude. Like, if you don't have that, because some like people, maybe like you're new at working out with weights and trying to do like a bodybuilding approach. Some people don't understand that. Those are those people that you see in the gym, just sitting there who lifting like this mindlessly and just kind of standing there looking. And you see them go in all the time. They do the same fucking routine, same shit. They're just kind of almost tossing shit around, and they're like look like they're bored and they probably don't even want to fucking be there. And those are the same people that you see, especially like beginning of every year when everyone does their little New Year's resolution shit. These people are like the ones that'll come in, and you might see them for a month, and then you don't see their fucking ass again like the rest of the fucking year. And, because they give up, because they weren't, first off, they were just coming in there and trying to just lifting shit, like, without any real fucking strategy behind it. You're not going to get good gains or any gains really. You're probably going to get fucking injured or whatever. And those people never do well. Like, those are the type of people that will come up to you in the gym, and like they'll see you like making steady gains. They might see your fucking arms get bigger within a 3-week time period, and they're gonna come and go, oh man, how you get your arms to get so big? What are you taking? That's the first thing I want to ask you. What are you taking? You don't necessarily have to be taking anything to be fucking get your muscles build bigger if you fucking train right. Now, you're not gonna fucking go without taking shit and become fucking an IFBB fucking pro bodybuilder or something. Those guys are juiced to fuck. That's why they got the distended bellies and all that fucking weird shit looking shit. I wouldn't advise that. Fuck that shit. But you can get that classic physique, like, you know, like Arnold had, and some of those guys back in the day, Frank Zane, and do it pretty much natural. Maybe get by with taking a little bit of supplements or something, help you get there a little bit more. But I don't know, people always, oh, that's the first thing, what are you taking? Oh, why the fuck you gotta be taking necessarily be taking something? But anyway, those people are the same ones that when they come up and say, oh man, like, you're fucking growing or whatever, I've seen you, like, your muscles, like, you know, getting more defined or bigger or whatever over the last couple of weeks. And then they'll be like, oh, I wish I could get bigger. I've been over here busting my butt for 3 weeks and I can't get any gains. But then you see their fucking routine and they're just like fucking tossing weight around without any fucking idea what the hell they're doing. And that's why they're not seeing any gains. You have to adapt and get that mind-muscle connection. The mind-muscle connection is when whatever muscle group you're working, whatever fucking exercise you're doing, your mind is in that muscle. Like, you can be jamming out to your fucking music or whatever, this and that, but you're so focused at that fucking time, it don't matter if the fucking phone goes off. You gonna be like, fuck that, you ain't gonna pay attention to it. Some chick with a fucking nice ass could walk by wearing some fucking booty shorts. You ain't gonna pay attention to that shit because you're in the middle of that fucking set. Your mind is fucking, you don't have time, your mind is in the fucking muscle. Like, if you're doing biceps, you're gonna be fucking staring at your biceps, and you're gonna be connecting the feel of the pump, the feel of the fucking blood rushing in to that specific muscle. And your whole goal is gonna try to get that feeling enhanced to the point where it's fucking, your arm is so fucking tight, it feels like the freaking skin's gonna fucking rip apart. And if you do it right, when you get that mind muscle connection, you'll get some fucking amazing pumps time after time in the fucking gym, unless like you just happen to be drained or overtraining or something, or you're sick or something. I mean, it's every now and then you're gonna go in and gonna have a fucking shitty thing just because of some fucking thing. But majority of the time, 90 fucking 5% or higher of the time, if you get the mind muscle connection, you're gonna have some amazing fucking workouts. You're gonna get amazing fucking pumps, and your fucking muscles are always gonna be fucking like rock solid with it, like whatever muscle group you're working, man. Every time, but you have to get the mind muscle connection. You gotta focus on the feel of that pump. Do anything you can, even if you gotta throw in extra sets. Like, there's no rule, man. Like, these people try to follow these things out of these muscle magazines and shit. Like, oh, well, so-and-so does this, he does 3 sets of that, and he says that's all he needs for arms. Well, that's fucking him, though. Maybe you need to do 6 fucking sets of some shit or whatever, that same thing, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's a little different, too. You can go off a base strategy of what someone else did and be successful with it, but I mean, really, you gotta work it into your own thing, how you feel specifically. Maybe this guy does three sets of this, but maybe you don't feel like you get your best quality pump until you've done 5, and maybe with heavier weight, you know. Or maybe you got to do some drop sets where you do a high rep and then lower it, and then the next thing go immediately with no rest into like a 10-pound lower weight, and go for as many reps as you can or whatever to really feel like you fully blasted the fucking muscle. So that's key right there. It's key if you really want to get the best build of the muscles you can. You gotta learn the mind muscle connection. And when you go in, you want to have fun, man. You want to have fun with it. You don't want to go in there like, oh, I have to do this or whatever. Because you start thinking like that, you're gonna fail. You're not gonna last. You gotta go in there every day. When you go, you gotta be all with it. You know, you gotta look forward to that shit. You know, go in there and have fun with it. Go in there and fucking. I mean, it should be enjoyable. If it's not enjoyable, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be long-term sustainable. That's with anything. Eating, like the diets and shit like that, trying to cut down. I mean, I'm somewhat calorie restricting myself, yes, and like, you know, lowering carbs, but I mean, I'm still eating things that I like. I'm still eating plenty of things that are fucking delicious, you know? Especially doing keto diet. Shit, I'm eating bacon and shit like that, and fucking avocados and cheese and shit. Come on, man. Not like I'm fucking over here killing myself to fucking lean up, you know? You just get good strategy, man. You gotta, that's really what it is, good strategy. You gotta enjoy what you're doing, because if you're not enjoying what you're doing, it's not gonna happen for you. So I don't know, but that's my little motivational talk. You know, you want to go in there every time and focus on that session. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about next week. Focus on that session completely, and focus on the mind-muscle connection when you fucking do every lift, every rep, and just drown everything out. Fucking focus on your fucking pumping in as much blood as possible into that specific muscle that you're working. And if you do that, you're gonna have fucking phenomenal fucking workouts. And you know, and then there's supplements like, you know, you can take the nitrous oxide, that gives you even a better pump, and creatine, shit like that, because it helps force and flush more fucking blood in there. And there's some amazing products out there that do that as well, and then take you even further, and then make you even enjoy that workout even more. You just fucking see your, especially like you do arms and shit, and you just fucking look down at your arm will be fucking massive, dude. You'd be like, what the fuck? Veins popping out and shit. That shit, I like that shit. That shit's when it's fucking really fun. That's when you're having a good time. You get fucking happy. You have a fun ass workout when you just get all fucking blasted looking, you know? So that's all I got for this week. End of the video, like always, we got the fucking week progress photos, and I will see you guys. I might do an odd video at some point during the week, but I'll definitely see you Saturday next week for the end of week 8. Everybody stay motivated. Everybody keep focused in the gym, work out hard, and lose the fat.